Very good morning, cadets. Hope you are all doing well. Today in the live class, I completed the chapter Tribals, Bhikkhus and Vision of Golden Age, and let us take the question and answers related to the chapter. In the exercise part in this chapter, we have fill in the blanks that the British described tribal people as dash. The method of sowing seeds in Zoom cultivation is known as dash. The tribal chiefs got the titles in central India under the British settlement. Tribals went to work in the dash of Assam and dash of Bihar. So please write down the questions. We are in the chapter number 4, that is Tribals, Bhikkhus and Vision of Golden Age, and we are in the question and answers related to the chapter. Answer to the question. Fill in the blanks. The British described the tribals as wild and savage. So British described them as wild and savage. So you have to write the same terminology instead of writing uncivilized, because this term is mentioned in the textbook. The method of sowing seeds in Zoom cultivation is known as broadcasting or scattering. So Zoom cultivation is also known as shifting cultivation, where the farmers shifted, rather tribals, not farmers, shifted the place of cultivation. They used to clear the forest area and involve in cultivation of those crops which can be yielded in a less period of time. Question number 3, that is C. The tribal chiefs got land titles in central India under the British land settlement. So the tribal chiefs, they started now enjoying the titles of titles in central India, so that they can enjoy the land settlements, that is the title honored by the British East India Company. Question number 4. The tribals went to work in tea plantations of Assam and coal mines in Bihar. So the tribals went to work in tea plantations of Assam and coal mines of Bihar. So tea plantations in Assam and coal mines in Bihar. Question number 2, that state whether true or false. Zoom cultivators plow and the land and sow the seeds. So this is false, because Zoom cultivators, they just clear the forest area and burnt that nearby areas, means small plants and all, and that turn into fertilizer, and they are not involved in plowing the field and all those things. So it's a false. B. Cocoons were bought from Santals and sold by the traders at 5 times purchase of price. So Santhali is a tribal group involved in rearing of cocoons. That is true. Most of the times the middleman always making more money. That's very common in Indian trading system. Birsa urged his followers to purify themselves, give up drinking liquor and stop believing in witchcraft and sorcery. That is true because Birsa Munda believed that if we want to implement the Munda Raj or the golden age, then there is always need to leave the bad habits and involve in the good habits of leaving all the drinking habits and all. Question D. The British wanted to preserve the tribal way of life. Is it true or false? That is false, because British, they don't wanted to preserve the tribal way of life. That's the reason why British passed the laws. British passed those laws which is popularly known as forest laws. So British passed the forest laws, and the forest laws, they were against the tribals. What problems did the shifting cultivators face under the British rule? For administrative and economic reasons, the British tried to settling the zoom or shifting cultivators. However, the settled plough cultivation did not prove to be helpful in these cultivators. They often suffered because of their fields did not produce good yields. The new forest laws also affected the lives of shifting cultivators. They knew the forest laws also affected the lives of shifting cultivators. Shifting or zoom cultivation usually is done on small patches of forest land. Under the forest law, the British extended their control over all forest and declared that the forest as state property. Thus the zoom cultivators were prevented from practicing zoom cultivation freely. Many were forced to move to other areas in search of work and livelihood. Question number 4. How did the powers of tribal chiefs change under colonial rule? Answer to the question. Under the colonial rule, the functions of and the powers of the tribal chiefs changed considerably. changed considerably. Before the arrival of the British, these tribal chiefs enjoyed a certain amount of economic power and used to administer and control their territories. However, they were allowed to keep their land titles, cluster of villages and rent the land. In this process, they lost much of administrative power and were forced to follow laws made by the British officials. They also paid tribute to the British and disciplined the tribal groups on behalf of the British. Hence, under the colonial rule, they lost the authority and had enjoyed amongst their people and were unable to fulfill their traditional functions. Number 5. What account from the anger of tribal against the Bhikkhus? The word Bhikkhus means outsiders who come from outside, like money lenders, traders, zamindars or contractors. British, there are number of reasons for anger of the tribals. The tribals practiced shifting cultivation, but they were forced to settle down. Agriculture also introduced with the new settlements. Traders and money lenders were coming into the forest and wanting to buy the forest produce, at a cheap rate. And get them take loans at higher interest. The innocent and the poor people mainly fell in the trap of these money lenders, and traders remained indebted throughout their lives. Question number 6. Birsa talked. What was the Birsa's vision of golden age? What do you think the vision appealed? Birsa talked about the golden age, Satyug, an age of truth, in which, like the past, the tribal people would live in a good life to construct embankments, natural springs, plant trees, orchards and practices cultivation He talked of an age in which the tribals would not kill one another and would live an honest life. His golden age consisted of a reformed tribal society in which there were no place for vices like liquor, missionaries, liquor and uncleanliness, witchcrafts, etc. And outside forces like missionaries, Hindu landlords, moneylenders, traders and the Europeans. The vision was appealing to the tribal people as all vices and outside forces, but Birsa talked about were included thought of by everyone as the root cause of their misery and suffering. So these are the questions related to chapter number 4. This chapter is very well there for the examination. Okay. Let us go through quickly once again. This is about fill in the blanks. Answers. True or false? Answer to the true or false. Then this is the answer to the administrative. What are the problems of shifting cultivation? Question number 5. What accounts tribals against the Bhikkhus? Question number 6. Please write down the question number 6. What was Birsa's vision of golden age? And what do you think of appeal to the people of the region? So these are the 6 questions related to chapter number 6. Chapter number 4. I repeat, chapter number 4. That is tribals, Bhikkhus and vision of golden age. So please go through the question and answers once again, so that you will not face any problem writing the examination. Thank you. Wish you a wonderful day. Thank you.